Okay, I wanted to give my first impressions on the SurRon Ultra B HP 2025. I want to do review videos and all that good stuff, but I'll do like an off-road review coming up, how it rides off-road and all that stuff. But ultimately, I just wanted to give my first impressions of it. I don't know what I got, 300-400 miles on it. The reality is that everybody's trying to make their bikes like SurRon, whether it's the Light B or the Ultra B. That's the standard. Everybody's trying to beat that standard, SurRon's. There's a lot of Moto bike companies that are making motorcycles that they're basically the same design as the SurRon Light BX. And then they came out with the Ultra B, and the Ultra B's just been killing it for a while. A few years. It's the standard. Of course, there's lots of companies that are coming out now trying to make them just like the Ultra. Oh, it's better than the Ultra. If the Ultra B does 60, they're trying to do 65 or 70. They copy the designs and they try to make it better than the Ultra B. But SurRon, in my opinion, they're the standard. They've made great products. They've designed great products. The build quality is really good. It's good. And everybody's just trying to kind of copy them and beat them and one-up them. But let's just talk about this. This is the Ultra B from SurRon. It's the 2025 HP. And this is what they call a medium size. The wheelbase is a little bigger than the Light BX or say E-Ride Pros and stuff, the smaller frames. This is a medium size. It's not as big as a full motorcycle, but it's not as small as like the Light BXs. So it's not as small as a bicycle, not as big as a motorcycle. These medium sized, they're the best. It's what you want. Now, like the Light BXs, they're great. They're good to start on. Like, it's good to get used to. It's good to learn to wheelie on. They're just smaller, lighter, more agile, just easier to ride. These are still just, they're not quite as easy, but they're damn easy to ride. This thing is the perfect size. It's just a good size. I believe the medium size is the size everybody wants. These are shit hot popular because these are the best size. And SurRon, the Ultra B, has been dominating this medium market. They pretty much made it. They made the small Light BX market. They made this medium. The power is good. It's 18,000 kilowatt. It will do 21,000 kilowatts, but you gotta like turbo button and it only lasts for 10 seconds. But the 18,000 kilowatts is nice. It's pretty good power. It'll top out at like 60 miles an hour, which is pretty good for these e-motos and stuff. I know everybody's like, oh, it's not as fast as a gas bike. Well, yeah, of course not, because you're not shifting gears, you don't have all this stuff. 60 miles an hour is pretty fast. The kind of range I'm getting on this is like from almost 40 miles up to like 50-55 miles. Now, I want to do some off-road testing to see how much that drops or stays the same, see how far I can go. If I do high-speed pulls on it, it'll drain the battery faster than if I'm just cruising around. Like if I just cruise normally and drive normally, ride normally, and popping wheelies and stuff, I'm over 50 miles range on this, close to 55. I think it's 60 amp hours, so the mileage should be around 60, but that's going to depend on how you do. But the other big factor that I like about this is it's light. It's like 185 pounds. It's sub 200. I want to say it's 185 at the most, but it's pretty narrow. It's pretty light. It's just nice to handle. It's a good size. It's a really good size. I said it before, I'll say it again. These medium-sized dirt bikes, they're going to dominate the market. They're already dominating the market. It has all kinds of features, from different engine braking settings to different traction control to different throttle braking, just all kinds of stuff that you can adjust on it. It's got a headlight. It's a high, low. It's not the greatest, but there are some things that need to be done to it. I just don't know how many mods I'm gonna do. Power wise, like, she feels pretty good. I did change the handlebars, ODI, RC high, Ricky Carmichael high, just to give it a little rise. Probably change the foot pegs. That's about it. And maybe a 21-inch front. I'll just say this, like, a Stark Varg is pretty awesome, and having all that power is cool, but you don't really ever use all that power. And something like this, I would rather have more range, because you do sacrifice range for power. So what do you want? You want tons of power or you want more range? I prefer range. I do want some power. I want good power. I want to be able to pull the wheel up 20, 30 miles an hour, right? I want good torque. I want good power. I want to be able to do climbs. 60 miles an hour is pretty good for me. I'm not on the highway. This gives you good range with good power. You're not sacrificing weight. You're not sacrificing power. And you're not sacrificing distance. This bike is all around. It's an all-arounder. It's the good all-arounder bike. It's pretty rad. One of the things is like SurRon, they put a lot of engineering into their design. This bike is really well balanced. It turns in real well. The suspension is pretty good. Like I say, I'm gonna do an off-road review of it here. I just wanted to dial in and get like the numbers, how it is just on the road before I get too crazy with it. The balance, the feel, like it's good. It's a really, really good riding experience. And you can't beat that. There's other bikes out there that might be cheaper, have a little more power, but they don't have the engineering in the design. Like they don't have the balance because they're really just copying designs. They're not doing their own. So that's why they're a lot cheaper, right? You know, people say, oh, SurRon's junk because you can get ones that are better, faster, for cheaper. Well, that's because they didn't do the research and development. They didn't. They're just taking a SurRon frame and slapping a bigger battery on it and a bigger motor and calling it more powerful, better. And that's not necessarily the case. I mean, that's how they do things, but that's not the reality. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean better. SurRon is a company that's very good, and this bike is pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular. My first impressions, I don't think I could be happier with it. I've rode a Stark Varg and it's pretty badass, but this thing is pretty badass, and it's like a little smaller, lighter version of like a full motorcycle. There's a reason why so many people want these. You know, they're just hard to get in the US. If you want me to do a video on how I got mine, I can do that. I don't know if people want that or not, but maybe they do. But I couldn't be happier with it, really. And my favorite part about it is it's just easier to wheelie. The brakes on it are spectacular. You just barely squeeze on them, and very precise, and it allows me to be precise. So this bike is tall enough that I can't just put my feet down when I'm wheeling it, but it's so light and there's such good power and good brakes, gives me confidence that I can bring it up. And I don't have my wheelies worked out the way I want yet, but I'm getting close and I'm hanging around that balance point. It's just a matter of time before I get it all sorted out. And that stuff transfers to my Honda 450. I'm already wheeling my Honda 450 better than I was before I had this bike. It makes wheeling a lot easier, a lot funner. It's a lot safer. It's just a great bike. It's a great bike. Now, if there's only one downside that like I wish there was, would be a 21-inch front. I wish there was a 21-inch front wheel. They give a 19-inch, it's an 18 rear, 19-inch front, and it's fine for the street and stuff. You just prefer to have a 21-inch front wheel because it'll just roll over more stuff. Rocks, ledges, shells, it'll just roll up it easier because it's a bigger wheel. That's the only downside to this bike. But people say the 21-inch kills the range on it. That's a possibility. And right now, like, range is my priority. So I don't know. You know, I'll eventually go to a 21-inch front. I'll eventually try it. Right now, I just want to put some time on it. And I'm going to give a thorough off-road review of it with this 19-inch. And we'll get a 21-inch and do the same thing. Then one last thing is, like, it looks sexy, right? She looks sexy. I like the desert-colored frame. Being out here in the desert, I had to do it. I love the murdered out all black look, but like everybody's got that look, and like to me that's like 2007. You know, I do want to be seen, and that all black out is just hard to be seen. So this medium size, it's what I recommend. Now, it doesn't mean the light BX is no good. It's super good. It's super light. It's like a bicycle. This is spectacular, right? She's a good girl. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So comment down below if you got a SurRon Ultra B. Let us know what you think about it. Or if you're thinking about a SurRon Ultra B, comment down below if you want me to make a video on how to get one of these in the United States, because they're not selling them in the United States right now. Hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. She's a beauty, Clark.